Take a look at your smartphone. Whether it's the latest iPhone or a high-end Android, the brain inside it was almost certainly born on a small mountainous island in the Pacific. But this isn't just a story about technology, it's a story about survival. This is Taiwan. To the world, it's a vital factory. To China, it's a lost province. And to the United States, it's a strategic anchor. But as we enter 2026, a new term has moved from the history books to the front lines of geopolitics: the Silicon Shield. It's the idea that as long as the world depends on Taiwan for its most advanced chips, the island remains untouchable. But is the shield strong enough to prevent a global catastrophe? At the heart of this shield sits one company, TSMC. In early 2026, TSMC achieved something the rest of the world thought was impossible: the mass production of 2-nanometer chips. To put that in perspective, a 2-nanometer transistor is roughly the size of a single strand of human DNA. These are the chips that will power the iPhone 18, the next generation of AI and advanced military hardware. While the United States and Japan have spent billions reshoring chip factories to places like Arizona and Kyushu, the crown jewels, the ultra-advanced packaging, and the most talented engineers are still concentrated in Taiwan's Hsinchu Science Park. This creates a hostage dynamic. If production in Taiwan stops for even a month, the global electronics market doesn't just slow down, it collapses. We're talking about a silicon ice age, where no new cars, medical devices, or smartphones can be built anywhere on Earth. So if an attack on Taiwan would destroy the global economy, why does China want it so badly? For Beijing, the motivation is deeper than just microchips. First, there is the historical mandate. The Chinese Communist Party views the reunification of Taiwan as the final step in ending the century of humiliation. In their eyes, as long as Taiwan is separate, China isn't truly whole. Second, look at the geography. Taiwan is the anchor of the first island chain. Currently, China's navy is boxed in by a string of US allies. If China takes Taiwan, they gain direct, deep-water access to the Pacific Ocean. Their submarines could reach the open sea without being detected. It would fundamentally break the US military's ability to contain China in Asia. The Silicon Shield is a deterrent, yes, but for a superpower focused on the next 100 years of history, a temporary economic depression might be a price they are willing to pay for permanent strategic dominance. But actually taking Taiwan is a nightmare. This is where geography becomes the ultimate defender. The Taiwan Strait is 100 miles of some of the roughest, most unpredictable water on the planet. There are only 2 short windows a year in April and October where the weather is calm enough for a massive invasion fleet. Once you reach the shore, the problems only get worse. Taiwan's west coast is largely mudflats and cliffs, with only about a dozen red beaches suitable for landing troops. And just behind those beaches, dense vertical mountains that cover 70% of the island. This geography means that any invasion would be the most difficult military operation in human history, far surpassing D-Day. This island fortress, combined with the Silicon Shield, creates a stalemate that has lasted for decades. As we look at the remainder of 2026, the question is, how long can the shield last? The US is racing to build its own factories, and China is pouring trillions into its domestic made-in-China chip program. The more the world doesn't need Taiwan, the weaker the shield becomes. For now, the chips in your pocket are the only thing keeping the peace in the Pacific. But in a world of shifting borders and rising powers, nothing is guaranteed. What do you think? Is the world too dependent on one small island? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the maps that shape our world. Thanks for watching.